Hello all, welcome back to Redeeming Hope. This is episode 4 in our series, The Sound of Redemption. I'm Julie M. Lane, survivor, musician, and educator, on a journey of restoration after a lifetime of trauma and abuse. Last week we talked about how sound helps release what the body holds. And today I want to share something deeply personal. How I began turning painful memories into music. Not to relive them, but to finally reshape them. There was a time when certain memories were too overwhelming to speak out loud. But when I looked at my harp, saw her beauty, felt the smooth, polished wood of her sounding board, my hands just naturally seemed to float back and land themselves on the strings. There are 47 strings on a harp, or at least a concert grand harp. Music is becoming a safe space again. I'm opening myself up to music, to the gift that I was given. Harp is helping me make meaning. And not meaning in the sense that I'm going to understand the trauma and the abuse, the actions of others, but it is giving me a way to give shape to experiences that once felt chaotic. Part of that process is getting to teach others about the harp, or even to teach them how to play the harp. I'm learning and I'm leaning into my music so that I understand that it's okay to talk about my music, my passion. Something I was afraid to do in fear of retribution by the words or the silence of my abusers. Let me share a little bit with you today. In episode 1, I shared that this was not my first harp. I've had several over the years, but this make and model is my favorite. This is a Lion & Healy Model 23 in natural, still hand carved to this day. Lion & Healy established themselves as the first U.S. harp maker back in the 1800s. And is still in Chicago today, making harps. This is one of their concert grand models, meaning it has a widened sounding board, and it has a couple of extra strings in the bass and the treble than the harps that are a bit smaller than it. This makes a total of 47 strings. It's also a pedal harp. It has 7 pedals, one for each of the musical notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And as you can see up here, there are discs for all but 2 of the strings at the bottom. The discs are moved by the pedals, with each pedal having 3 positions of flat, natural, and sharp. The rods for those pedals move up through the column and through the neck. When each disc moves, it makes a string a half a step shorter. I guess you could kind of say it's like making the black keys on the piano. We use the pedals to create key signatures and make accidentals when we're playing. And with the pedals, the rods, and the discs, there are actually over 1,000 moving parts on this concert grand harp. It is because of the pedals and discs that harps are able to make that unique, beautiful glissando that is so associated with the harp. By moving the pedals, the notes can actually be canceled out by making the same sound as other notes. You just have to know which pedals to move where. Harp again is helping me to heal, to see it as what it once was to me rather than a trigger of the memories of neglect, emotional abuse, and shunning. This is what the Sounds of Redemption is all about. Learning, unlearning, and reclaiming our wholeness together. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode resonated with you, offered you comfort, or helped you feel less alone, I invite you to subscribe so you can continue walking with me through this journey of healing in music. You can also find more reflections, writings, and updates at julianlane.com, and you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Redeem Thyself and at 7 Petals. This is the Sound of Redemption, and I'm grateful to share it with you.